Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelita Sahliah. If you are new, if you're not, then welcome. This is the Astrology of the Skies segment, and over here I basically combine astronomy and astrology together. I just look at the visible sky, and that's how I interpret my astrology. So welcome if you are new. There's videos down below which goes into more detail and explains like why the sky, but I still take note of all different angles of astrology because I feel all have something important to say. But anyway, welcome. We are going to go through the energies of the next week. So from the 11th of June till the 17th of June, and usually the order of the live for those who are new, we go through the transits, but this week it's a little bit different because there's not really transits happening. There's just a retrograde beginning, so it's at the end of the week. So this week we will be going through the moon transits first, then the retrograding luminary, and then we'll clarify with some tarot, and we'll come back to the present moment because the present moment is all that matters. So without further ado, let's get into it. And as I always say anyway, don't believe a word I say, don't believe a word anyone says. You know, we use a visible sky, so it is going to be different to like mainstream astrology, but grab yourself a calendar if you'd like to support me anyway, and if you'd like a calendar for yourself, this is available on Etsy for you. It is a calendar in alignment with the visible sky, and you can download an app as well and see for yourself. There's also a website called The Sky Live where you can check this. Okay, so you can check it just like, okay, where is this luminary, etc, etc, and it will tell you where it is live in that moment. So yeah, let's get into this anyway. The moon phases, this is where the luminaries will be on the 11th of June. Okay, as I said, soon when we upgrade and elevate, it will be like a circle, but for now this is all my creativity can do. But yeah, so it's so weird not doing it live. It's so weird, but yeah, will be the luminary positions on this day, and these are all my socials if you want. TikTok just has an 8 at the end of it. And yeah, let's get into the moon transits now. So again, because this is going up till the 17th, not much moon transits are happening. So we enter into Pisces. I believe it's before the 11th of June, so it's like we're in Pisces, or it's close to the 11th of June, so we're in Pisces for a while, is it? Yeah, the 11th, and then it's the 14th we enter into Aries, and then after Aries we enter into Taurus at the end of like the 15th. So for some people in the world this will be the 16th, so I'd say 15th, 16th here, if you lot can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, 15th, 16th, we're moving into the Taurian energy. So okay, the moon, then the mover of our emotions, will be moving from watery Pisces at the beginning of the week. And put my calendar in front of me. We move into watery Pisces at the beginning of the week, and then from the middle of the week it's touching into fiery Aries and then earthly Taurus. So what am I seeing here in general? Yeah, I'm seeing that our emotions in essence are bringing us to a close of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle emotion wise, simply because it's touching base in the end of the zodiac wheel and into the new, into the, you know, Aries being the new, Pisces being the last one, and then Taurus as well. As I see, that's like literally a new energetic toroidal field, or you've amplified, you've added to, you've shifted frequency, density, whichever of your toroidal field, which is your energy field, which you attract to you. You're kind of like your Merkaba, the Merkaba. So I'm seeing like a emotionally wise, like a close of a chapter potentially taking place, and a beginning of a new chapter. Maybe you've had an emotional situation come up where it's literally caused you to have to grow from it, to expand in awareness, to learn more of you, to learn more deeper who you are. So it's about energetically being in that now. That's what I'm seeing, and that's what's come through. That's what's come through, like holistically, in essence, from the moon, the movement of the moon. And then I'm seeing, like, linking that into, and of course, on that day as well, like, Pisces is creative. So at the beginning of the week, your emotions may be more moved in a way that piques your curiosity in creation. So anything like conversation about creation, or anything to do of that nature, or unique. And Pisces is very mystical as well. So anything to do of the hidden, 12th house, hidden type of things, spirituality, that may pique your curiosity and your interest at the beginning of the week. And then come into like the middle, it's like, oh, maybe after because that uniqueness has piqued your curiosity, you've learned something new, and then this Aries is just like, oh, okay, yo, I'm fresh in this now. And then you've potentially added that onto you after that in the Taurus, stable energy, earth energy. It's like grounding what is new. That's what I'm seeing there. And then I find it interesting how this links in to the luminary that's going to be retrograding. So moving on now to that, the luminary retrograding is Saturn with its scythe retrogrades in, obviously, Aquarius on the 17th. Okay, so I find that interesting. I'm recording this and I'm really hoping it's not going to show up backwards when it's uploaded, because if it does, 7 minutes in, I've noticed this, I'll just have to record it a different way, which I can. So we'll figure it out. Because I've not done it on my phone before. I did it on my camera, I think. Yeah. So anyway, Saturn retrograding, and I find it interesting, the whole story with Saturn retrograding and the moon moving in this direction. So the moon, just before Saturn retrogrades, it's in this Taurus energy, this toroidal field energy. You've entered into this new version of you emotionally. In essence, your energy is being moved in this new way. It's been moved in this new way. And then Saturn now, the fueler, ruler of time, the one who spins the wheel in essence, is retrograding. So retrogrades, as I said, they offer a chance to go over, redo that what you've not done. Anything that kind of didn't get done, you get to go over it, you get to rethink it, you get to visit it back, or complete what you didn't get done. And Saturn, and you know, kind of like a slow down going over to Saturn as well, being the one in the hologram, that its rings create the hologram. It's in Saturn's time rings, basically Saturn's cube. So Saturn is time, and it is like your structure and discipline in your time. So it's like, in essence, what is happening in your time now, in your physical reality. That's how I perceive Saturn. Okay, so in essence, what I'm seeing is, in our physical reality, what we are spending time on, all the things you're spending time on, so pay attention and know what you obviously have been spending time on, that we are getting to go over what we didn't get to complete. We are getting to re-look at things, go over, touch over it, and all of that stuff. So I find it interesting. Has anyone kind of been thinking, oh yeah, I really need to look back on whatever project or task or what, you know, just anything? Have you? I personally have. So I just found, when I saw this the other day, I was like, oh, that's really interesting. That's super interesting. So that's how I've perceived that. In essence, we're literally now, like, quite naturally, we're getting the time to redo and go over the things that we've kind of wanted to spend time on, but we didn't. So because Saturn just represents our time in reality and what we're spending time on, what our focus is, in essence, because that is what's happening in the now. And of course, because it is in Aquarius too, it is of the nature, or it may be more inclined of the nature of what can you, the time spent on whatever can be helped for other people. So basically, whatever you're spending your time on, in essence, it can be of benefit to other people, because Aquarius is the water bearer and it's giving of its water. Water is life. So that's what I'm seeing there. So that's what I'm saying. Potentially more of like more businesses, more projects, more like career paths in ways where you're helping yourself, obviously. And even if that's like family, you're doing it to help someone other than just you, but of course it's also benefiting you, type of thing. So that's what I'm seeing there. So we're naturally just potentially just have the time, or just feel inclined to just like, oh yeah, you know, I've actually got the energy to do it now, instead of procrastination if you've just been putting it off. But we'll see. We'll analyze the energies and we shall see. But that's what I'm seeing there. It's like Saturn retrograding. Obviously it's not starting directly on the 17th. It is a larger luminary, so it's give it time to, you know, build up its momentum. But as like the end of June, definitely going into July, its momentum will be there in terms of like, okay, this is what I'm focusing on now. And this does feel like a very short one because we're touching on the tarot, but that's what I'm seeing there. And let me just close this lid, don't want this to dry out. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. So tarot, we're moving into the tarot to see, am I gassing or am I chatting? Or does it align? Basically, does it align? Because we'll see. I feel we're in like a whole energetic hologram, and tarot in essence, it's tapping into that energy. I feel we're in a coded hologram, so that's how we can look into this and see, like, energy wise, it could potentially be XYZ. Obviously it's not 100%, so that's where I'm just like testing out the tarot and still testing it out. I'm like, okay, okay, so anything else this week that we need to know? Can that Knight of Wands be clarified at all? And I just see what obviously comes out is meant to be, and it is that. Oh, okay.
Mom.
Yes.
Are you still?
Okay, so what we've got here is the Knight of Wands, Page of Pentacles in reverse for this week. Yeah, for this week. And then have to show it, but the star at the top of the deck. So let's have a little wee look. Not a wee look, let's have a little look. Knight of Wands. The more I do it, then I'll kind of get used to it a bit more. But I'm kind of also doing it to just show, like, anyone who comes across these videos, you don't need experts to, like, you don't need experts. You can when you want to, and especially if you feel inclined to and called to. And if you'd like to support someone, you know, someone in their business, absolutely get someone, but just have a go and have fun. But anyway, okay, Knight of Wands. So Impetuous, foolhardy, adventurous, gift of the gab, charming, insensitive, seductive, lustful, accomplished. Oh, excuse me. Oh gosh. Accomplished, rogue. So that is interesting. So it's about, obviously, you generally are outgoing, or you need to be more outgoing in essence. That's what the Knight of Wands is saying. Page of Pentacles. So it's like it is all that stuff. So it's like you're either doing that or you're not. Interestingly enough, that this week, that does align with the whole new energy. I guess it's like, how are you gonna show up with the Aries energy coming in? The Pisces being the end of the old, your emotions moving in that way, the Aries being the new, and so it's like that assertiveness potentially. Page of Pentacles, but it is in the reverse. So what's that saying? Oh gosh, realistic aims, practical approach, focus and progress, proving you're reliable, having a good effect, seeing a window of opportunity. So potentially things are more slow this week, probably like not big of a window of opportunity. It's more just, it's just waiting. There's nothing really to do in essence. So not much and say realistic aim, nothing can potentially, because this is just the energy of this week. So because nothing can potentially happen, it's just like, okay, it's these new energies coming in, and because there's a luminary retrograding, you don't really want big old new, like, it's like new in your emotions moving, but it's not fresh new energy because transits had already happened, if you know what I mean. So it's like, I see in terms of your life and your goals, this is what I'm saying to and referring to now, it's potentially not moving as like as fast. Like you may have had some movements, but this week it's just like, okay, yeah, we're here, but it's just here type of thing. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here basically. And again, it makes sense because your time, we're getting to redo and go over that what we've been doing, and these energies are slowly kicking in. So it's kind of like this slowing down of like, oh, not really doing much, like what's really going on. But then as the momentum picks up to that natural desire of, okay, I've got the you know, I'm ready now to actually do it, then them energies come in. So that's what I'm seeing there. And then of course with the star, the amazing one, inspiration, ideal love, truth revealed, realization of a dream, insight and self-belief are essential for happiness, seeing the light, finding peace within, and feeling generous. So that is there at the top of the deck. So to me, that's saying like new energies are either is coming in. So it's like this assertiveness is needed, and this like outgoingness, assertiveness, because you've ended like an old chapter, stepping into the new, again in alignment with the whole June new energy. But then you've got the Page of Pentacles. Things right now, like probably middle to the end of the week, is just going slow. You have to be assertive. However, you do have the star here underlying anyway, because ultimately you are the star. You've got the inspiration during this period where it's probably not moving. Things are a bit slower. You've not got yeah, things are just a little bit slower. Inspiration and ideas and things may come through this week in this slowness, as obviously Saturn right there, can you see, begins to retrograde. So that's kind of what I'm seeing there. So take a deep breath. I've got to go very, very soon. So back to the present moment now. We'll finish off in the present. The moon right now is in Capricorn. It will finish out of Capricorn tonight. And of course, we recently had Mercury entering Taurus, and Fortuna retrograding, entering back into Libra. So go back to my last week's video if you would like to touch on these. I go into much more detail, but in essence, Mercury being our communication and how we exchange our energy, including money, thought exchange, and communicative exchange, is, and it will generally be of the Taurian nature. It will be more like, okay, I'm wanting this and I'm wanting it to be steady and stable within our exchange of energy, and including money as well, where we generally like to invest our money. It would be in more just like, okay, in a more sustainable type of way. And Fortune going back into Libra, Fortune being what we'll be more prosperous in, is going back into this creative Libra of what you see in your head, bringing it out into the plane of existence. So redoing that, going over that, going over what we didn't get to do in terms of what we see in our head and bringing it out. That is what we will be doing. And of course, our moon right now is moving in, is wandering through Capricorn, the stable, that stable foundational type of energy. So our emotions may be moved in the way, and we're like, our curiosity will be piqued up. We'd want to be involved in more conversations because our emotions are moved up around things that are more stable and secure in nature. That like nice balance, that like goat type of effort, like, oh yeah, you're going after this is my work type of thing. So that is what I am seeing there. So if your emotions are moved more in that way, that could potentially be it, or maybe not. We'll see. It's all about observing, but I am seeing quite a good time to go over literally what we value in our time now. So that what we didn't get to do and we'd like to have done, we're getting the time to redo and we go over it. So if you're naturally feeling that, and literally if you had plans to say, yeah, I was gonna do this could be it. But we'll see, we'll observe how it all pans out. But yeah, I hope this makes sense. Thank you for joining me. These obviously were usually live, but they're not now. They won't be for some time, but not for too long. I do intend to get back once I'm back on track. But thank you if you stuck to the end, and do stick with me next week. And yeah, I'll see you next week. If this made any sense to you, please give me a thumbs up, as it would help the algorithm, and I'll truly appreciate it. And drop a comment as well if you'd like to, and I'll see you next week. But anyway, Angel out. Bye.